Good afternoon from the Thorpe Park Resort. You're watching Adventure Planet, where today we are back here at Thorpe Park to check out their 22nd Fright Nights event. Yeah, this is an event that runs on selected dates from now all the way through until the 31st of October. Yeah, lots to check out today, including some new shows and a new scare maze, Stitches, which actually is looking really good. Now, we were last here for Oktoberfest just a couple of weeks ago, where we checked out a little bit of the construction going on for Fright Nights. So if you've not seen that vlog, be sure to check that out, found on the dedicated playlists right here on the channel. Yeah, we're going to check out those shows today, see if there's any new merch around as well, and also check out the updates for the former Project Exodus, of course, officially now known as Hyperia. So yeah, we'll check out that construction side as well a little bit later on in this vlog today. Now, if you want to come down and check out Thorpe Park's Fright Nights for yourself, you're looking at about £39. However, that does not include those scare mazes. The scare mazes are an upcharge. If you want to include those 3 scare mazes in your cost of admission, you're looking at about £63, and it's £8 to park your car here. Now, if you're an annual pass holder, obviously you do still need to pay for those mazes. They're £19 if you want to do them in the afternoon between the hours of 3 and 6 p.m. If you want to leave it till the evening though, get a little bit more atmospheric between the hours of 6 and 9 p.m, you're looking at £30, which works out at about £10 per maze, which is pretty expensive. So that's just worth bearing in mind if you do want to come down here. Of course, the scare zones and the shows are all included in your basic entry. Park hours today are all the way through 10 a.m. till 9 p.m. So yeah, lots of time for some nighttime riding as well. It's going to be a great event. It was last year. Looking forward to checking this out. Let's head on in and get started. And I thought we'd stop off in the island shop first before heading into the park, just to check out the Fright Nights merch for this year. Yeah, there's some new pieces. Most of it we have seen last year though. We've got some nice little chains and keyrings and badges here, which all look pretty cool. Yeah, I quite like these actually. Look at the little door. That's great. Got some socks here as well, some caps and your gloves, little bobble hats and scarves here as well. Yeah, you're looking at kind of between £6 and £16 for the merch here, including this pretty cool Fright Nights mug, which obviously we've seen before. Got some fridge magnets here, but what I really like is some of the new clothing options here. Yeah, love this. This hoodie is great. Fright Nights on the front there, all nicely embroidered, and on the back there, Amity High versus Thorpe for Fright Nights. Yeah, great logo. £60 for that though. It's pretty expensive. And we got the t-shirt here, Got Your Back, £22 for this one. Nothing on the back of this one. Feel like it's a missed opportunity there, really. And then Creep It Real, yeah, that's quite nice as well. Again, nothing on the back there. Yeah, I like this print here as well. We've got all the new stuff on there, like Stitches, Creature Campus is on there as well. And that print actually is on the back of this hoodie and on the back of this t-shirt, with just the Fright Nights Home of Fear just printed on there. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, it looks quite nice. I love the chainsaw. This is great. £20 for this. Yeah, love that. Really cool. And then £16 for a Crow's plush. He's pretty cool. I think we saw him last year as well. And you got your lanyards here. And then one more t-shirt on the end here for £28. You've got the Fright Nights logo, again just printed on there, with the Home of Fear on the back. Yeah, pretty good merch this year, even though I do feel some bits are a little bit too expensive. And here we are back at the incredible Thorpe Park skyline on a beautifully unseasonably warm October afternoon. Yeah, I'm in my shorts and t-shirts here, but I'll take full advantage of that. Now, in terms of the scare mazes, I've actually chosen to do them in the afternoon, purely because on the inside, they're all nice and enclosed, all blacked out, so it doesn't really make much of a difference. So I've decided to go for the slightly cheaper option, save myself £11, and do them between the hours of 3 and 6. Yeah, I'll be giving you my full reviews when I come out. Unfortunately, I can't film on the inside of the mazes. But yeah, I usually give them a score out of 5 stars, taking into account, you know, things like theming, story, acting quality, props, set pieces, all that kind of stuff. And then give an overall score out of 5 stars. Yeah, we'll be doing that a little bit later on. And we'll also cover all the changes for Fright Nights, the removals, and all the rest of it. But yeah, Thorpe Park skyline always looks incredible. Music pumping out, looking forward to it getting really spooky in a couple of hours' time. And there is Quantum in the Lost City area of the park. celebrating its 20th anniversary this year. Great little flat ride that. In terms of removals for Fright Nights this year then, yeah, one pretty notable absence is the Legacy Fire and Light Show. Now that was actually took place just here on the beach last year. Now I did film it last year and it was quite a good show. Lots of fire and light effects, mist effects, smoke effects, and kind of, you know, reminisce of all the past kind of scare attractions that they've had here at Thorpe Park over the past, at the time, 21 years. And it was a great show, but unfortunately, if you've seen the vlog of last year, it didn't appear to be all that popular. I was quite surprised by the amount of people that were just leaving the park and not actually staying to watch the show. So I'm not surprised that they have actually taken it out this year. However, Lucifer's Lair does look like it's going to be a pretty good replacement for that, because it also includes those fire effects and some live actors roaming around the area as well. So yeah, looking forward to checking that out a little bit later on. And a little bit of off-ride footage there then of Colossus as I've made my way down to the former Project Exodus construction site. And yes, great to see that the construction walls here have already been updated with obviously the new name, the new logo, and of course the tagline, "Find Your Fearless." Yeah, really, really good to see. This happened pretty quickly because only a couple of days ago, Thorpe Park obviously officially announced the new name for this ride as Hyperia. Let's head on down to the peepholes and we'll have a little chat about it. Here we are then, where it starts to get exciting here at the construction site of Hyperia. Yeah, no longer known as Project Exodus. Now we do know that it is going to be manufactured by Mack Rides. It's going to be the UK's tallest coaster at 236 feet and the UK's fastest at just over 80 miles an hour. And of course, like I said, just a couple of days ago, Thorpe Park announced the new name of Hyperia with the logo. Now that name is actually linked to a few things, but basically they're all based in Greek mythology. So although this ride isn't expected to be heavily themed, I'm expecting little bits in the queue line to be themed around that, all kind of Greek mythology based. And yeah, in terms of theming, like I say, it is going to be pretty minimal. However, we did hear the soundtrack for the ride as well during the official reveal, and it sounds absolutely fantastic, giving a much kind of lighter, more uplifting theme as opposed to kind of a dark, evil one, which, you know, to be fair, considering the height and potential intensity of this ride, is actually a nice change. It kind of almost encourages you to beat your fear rather than kind of drill more of it into you, if you like. But yeah, supports have been moved to the construction site. Track is expected to follow. But in terms of what I can see here, not actually much has happened since my last visit a couple of weeks ago. Still no verticality to speak of, which is a little bit of a shame. I do feel like there has been probably considerable delays on the site, which has kind of affected things a little bit. And we're still waiting for confirmation as to whether the ride will feature that backward facing row. Of course, Mack Rides does offer that as an option, but that wasn't confirmed during the reveal a couple of days ago. Two inversions on this ride, including kind of an Immelman type and a glorious stall into kind of a dive loop, which looks really, really cool. Yeah, the reveal was provided on the park's official YouTube channel, so fully recommend checking that out if you haven't already. And yeah, we'll be following this as it goes through those construction phases. The only concerns I've got for the ride is, certainly from what we've seen, it doesn't appear like there's potentially going to be much else after that first drop, and certainly that stall. So yeah, a little bit worried on how short the ride may be, but it's still going to be a fantastic one, you've got to admit. And yeah, really excited to see verticality in hopefully a week or two's time. And just a little bit of footage around the park then as we head into the late afternoon. Yeah, all the scare mazes are now open, and I'm about to head to my first one. And I thought I would start out today at Survival Games. Now, this was new last year, so this is its second year in the park. It's located over on Swarm Island. Yeah, and last year it was quite a strong showing, actually. It was Thorpe Park's biggest and most expensive scare maze here. It got a little bit repetitive towards the end, hoping they may have changed that for this year, but let's go and check it out and see what it's all about for 2023. And on my way over to Survival Games then, it's worth mentioning that, of course, one of the scare mazes that we did lose this year is, of course, Creek Freak Massacre, that used to be located over in the old Loggers Leap station. Of course, that's all now been flattened, ready for Hyperia. However, the buckwheats are still around. You can actually have a VIP experience here with brunch with the buckwheat family, which is really cool. You get brunch with soft drinks, a lanyard, an ID card, a VIP pin, and a one-shot scare maze ticket as well. And yeah, this is all the theming for it right outside here, which looks kind of cool. All the pumpkins, all the spider webs, Mars Brunch, new home of the buckwheats. Yeah, there you go. Save our sawmill. Yeah, the sawmill's gone. But yeah, look at this. Creek Freaks Unchained, love the signage. Great stuff. Yeah, and the thing is, I like this. This theming is great. A little bit disappointed that what I've seen from around the park, it does seem to lack a little bit in this kind of theming. You know, obviously, of course, where the stage is and the scare zones, yeah, the theming there is great. But around the rest of the park, it is kind of lacking. And when you compare that to something like, for example, Legoland Windsor, where we were the other day, there's theming there for Brick or Treat all around the park, which is really good to see. I would like to see Thorpe Park add a little bit more around the rest of the park for their events. But yeah, this all looks fantastic. Really, really cool, and it's nice to know that the buckwheats are still around. Oh, and it's great to see the crows out here on Swarm Island. It might only be 3:30, but they're out scaring everybody here. Oh wow, nice and creepy. Do love the crows. Looking forward to Mawkin Meadow a little bit later on. But yeah, they're everywhere on Swarm Island here. Oh wow. And in terms of the scare actors, the crows are actually some of the more intense characters. And it is worth noting that you can actually get a no scare lanyard if you don't want to be scared by the scare actors that could be roaming the park around about this time. That is worth considering. If you do scare easily, pick up that lanyard and they won't bother you. Oh, creepy. And here we are at the first scare maze of the night then, Survival Games, located on Swarm Island. Yeah, what's interesting, it looks as though all the briefing is going to be done inside this year. That's a little bit of a change from last year. We'll see what happens once we get in. Unfortunately, like I said, I can't film inside the mazes. However, I'll give you my full review when I come out on the other side. Let's head into Survival Games. And I've just got out of Survival Games then, the first scare maze of 3 here at Thorpe Park. And you know what? Yeah, that was actually a lot better than last time. It is worth knowing that this is kind of one of those rare occasions where the actors are actually allowed to touch you. So if you don't like being pushed, pulled and grabbed, this one won't be for you. There's a couple of occasions where I was actually had to go on my knees to crawl through a little crawl space. Very, very warm in some sections in there. Yeah, and the actors, I gotta say, were on top form. Really high energy, really intense, lots of shouting in your face. In terms of repetition, didn't actually experience any of it this time. Oh, they got a new chainsaw guy right at the end there as well. to basically chase people out of the maze, which is different from last year and is really, really good as well. Yeah, really, really impressed with that. Like I say, no repetition for me, unless I just got lucky. I actually found my way quite linearly, really, out towards the exit at the end of that run through. So yeah, that's a lot better than last year. But like I say, just worth keeping in mind that you do get pushed and pulled quite a bit in this scare maze. I would give that a solid 4 out of 5 here. Anyway, it's on to the next one. And what you don't see very often is a scare maze going down, but that certainly seems to be the case with survival games here. Yeah, all the scare actors have come out, the music has stopped, and I believe all the lighting has gone off as well. I think it was an accidental power cut triggered by one of the scare actors there, or maybe one of the people that were actually inside the maze. Yeah, so that's a little bit strange. But yeah, I'm sure it'll be back up and running real soon. And yeah, not quite sure what happened with survival games there. Then it was down for about 15 minutes. It is back up and running now. Like I say, I think it was just a power cut, which basically just triggered a complete death of all the electrics inside the building. But yeah, like I say, in terms of the maze, yeah, it was really good. There's some sections there where you may have to crawl, some pitch black rooms, some hot rooms, and yeah, like I say, really, really intense. So do bear that in mind. Anyway, gonna head over to trailers now. Now, this was my favorite last year. Let's see if it still is this year. And here we are at Scare Maze number 2 then, my favourite from last year. It is Trailers, located just past Ghost Train. And oh, look how busy this is. Wow, this could be quite a long queue. Let's head back into the Super Spark Cinema. And I have just come out of Scare Maze 2 or 3 then, Trailers, and yeah, do you know what, Trailers is still really strong. There's some great scenes in there, and although it hasn't really changed over the past 3 years, it's the same story with the power surge creating the portal, you know, and you go through all the different movie scenes basically, it is still really, really strong. There's some great effects in there, great smell pods, and the actors in there are great as well. The Exorcist scene is still there where they kind of come up through the bed, which is fantastic. The ship scene in there with all kind of the drowning captains and stuff still there as well. And as you can see, it still is pretty strong with other guests at the park as well. Yeah, I would say a solid 4 out of 5 for this one. It is still really good, albeit a little bit stale in some areas. I feel like next year, maybe for its 4th year, if it's still here, just freshen up a few more of those scenes. But yeah, it's still a great scare maze, this one. Anyway, on to the 3rd and final one of the night then. It's Stitches. And here we are then at the 3rd and final scare maze here for 2023. It's Stitches. And yeah, love the look of this facade. Howl's Toy Emporium there. And yeah, this is actually located where Terminal was last year. And I gotta say, I don't think anyone's missing Terminal. It was not the best experience last year, labeled as an audio experience, and I didn't really think much of it at all, to be honest. So yeah, good to see that that's not made a comeback, and we have Stitches in its place. Let's head on in. Another big queue for this one as well. And I have just come out of Stitches then, the 3rd and final scare maze here at Thorpe Park, and I've got to say, that is one of the best scare mazes that Thorpe Park have done in the 22 years that this has been a thing, Fright Nights. That was absolutely incredible, and I think I had the biggest jump scare ever with a damn cymbal monkey. You know, the monkeys with the cymbals that smash. Yeah, there was one of them in there, absolutely scared the life out of me. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. The props, the theming in there, the acting quality, the audio, everything was absolutely fantastic, really, really good. Some of the props in there, without spoiling too much, were absolutely phenomenal. There was a couple of sections there as well with some really bright strobe lighting, which was really disorientating, completely took you out of where you were and the direction that you were heading in. And yeah, some of the stuff in there is really quite creepy. And like I say, yeah, good couple of jump scares as well. You head in at the start and you're basically told that the toy maker is kind of making these toys up and you have to respect them and they'll respect you back. Don't turn off the lights, all this kind of stuff. As a matter of fact, for those familiar with it, it kind of gave Five Nights at Freddy's vibes, for those that may have played the computer game FNAF. very, very kind of, yeah, similar to that kind of feel, if you like, but with some much creepier stuff going on. Absolutely fantastic scare maze, queued for over an hour for that as well. So it's worth noting that 2023 Fright Nights does seem to be really busy. So if you have the afternoon tickets, at least, it's recommended that you do get started as soon as 3 o'clock hits, because yeah, it is, oh, hello. Who was that? The queue times are quite high. No idea who that was. Anyway, the sun's starting to go down a little bit now, so we're going to check out some of the scare zones, some of the shows, and we'll put in some more footage of that coming up next. And here we are in Lucifer's lair then, and wow, look what they've done here. This looks absolutely incredible. Of course, this used to be where Birthday Bash was last year. That's gone now, replaced with Lucifer's Lair. With a load of shows, scare actors. Oh wow. And all these these braziers around here with all the fire effects. Doubles as a scare zone. Oh wow, I love these costumes. These are great. Oh, the atmosphere is pumping around here. Wow, love the candles on the guy, look at this. Wow, super creepy. Love it. Oh, boy. Love this as well. Check out this stage, that looks great. Oh, wow. Yeah, this looks absolutely fantastic. I've got to say that compared to last year, Thorpe Park's budget is clearly higher.
And they're going to look at you. Seriously,
this looks great.
Is actually worth something. Not here. Come on. I mean, you just look like a big waste of space. Where are you? You've got some gates about you, you know what I mean? That walk, that stride.
Yeah, they do look great. Love the costumes. Stage looks great as well, with all the mist effects. All the festoon lighting across the top as well here looks great. Love these. Oh yeah, they've worked wonders with this area for this year's Fright Nights. And just to give you some idea of the Lucifer's Lair showtimes here, the roaming scare characters are out from 1500 until 2100. You've also got a live band here, the Deadly Sins dance show, the Hell's Angels show, and the fire show as well. We've got a live band coming up soon, which I'll put some highlights in, and then we'll put some highlights of the fire show in a little bit later on. I've got to say, really impressed with the Lucifer's Lair area. That is absolutely phenomenal. Really looking forward to seeing those shows a little bit later on. However, we're going to start with our first scare zone of the day. It's Death Doors. Let's go take a look. And here we go with the first of tonight's scare zones then. It's Death's Doors. Second year at the park. The idea is to knock twice on the doors in here and see if there's anything spooky behind them as we go through the keyhole. Oh, it's busy. Nice and spooky. Love the premise of this. It's really, really good when it works. We'll see if it does tonight. It is pretty busy though. So I think the scare actors... Oh, wow. Let's see if we can break off here. Can we go this way? Let's go this way. Away from the crowd. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, the door's open. Oh, there we go. Oh. Oh, there she goes. Oh God. Oh. I don't think she's all that well. Love this. Is there anyone in here? Number 3. No, no one's home. Oh wow. Oh, she's not happy. Wow.
Be a very good boy this Christmas, or I will carve your skin and I'm going to rip out your intestines and eat all my tray.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh, there we are. As I say, these vlogs are never marked for children, but yeah, that's probably why. Oh, oh, hello. Oh. Oh, I'm being followed. Oh, wow. Oh, I can't see anything. Love the crazy white rabbit with his axe. Oh, hello. Oh. Oh, I can't see. Oh, wow. I don't think that's a door. Oh, I can't see anything. Where are we going? Viewers. Oh. Lucifer's Lair this way. Let's go. And here we are. That was Death's Doors. And there we are with this nice haunting blue light just come out of Death's Doors. And yeah, I really do like the idea. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I really do feel like it depends on just how busy it is. Sometimes you can go in and it's really quite congested. You don't quite get the focus of the scare actors as you can do if it's a little bit less quiet. However, it still works really well. We had a couple of scares in there and the mist effects are really good as well. Nice kind of ambient lighting in there, and the audio is really good as well. We've still got people running out. I think I just scared somebody there. Running out of Death's Doors, still quite scared. Yeah, good acting quality in there. It's a lot of fun, and yeah, only queued for 15 minutes for that. Well worth it. And here we go then into the second of tonight's scare zones. It's the Crows at Mawkin Meadow. One of my favourite scare zones here at Thorpe Park. Just the two this year with this and Death's Doors, but this is always pretty fantastic. Let's head on in and meet the Crows. And here we go. I already met these guys earlier, but they're back. Oh, the creepy Crows. Oh, absolutely love the Crows of Mawkin Meadow. It's such an immersive zone. Look at this over the back. All the mist effects, the red lighting, the corn, all the pumpkins here. Looks absolutely great. Oh. Where did you come from? Absolutely fantastic. Love this. Getting nice and dark, nice and spooky. All the pumpkins and the hay bales around. Oh, Colossus looks majestic in the back there. Wow. Looks like there's a shadow of someone there, but I don't think it is.
What's that one?
Oh wow, look at that. So atmospheric. Looks like we've got some indoor scenes this year. This is new. Looks like in general it could be a longer layout as well. Yeah, look at this. All these props here. Oh wow. Yeah, this is all very different to last year. Like I said earlier, Thorpe Park's budget is definitely higher for this event this year. Oh wow, look at this. Oh wow, this is incredible.
They won't do anything. They just call us.
Oh. Oh. Love all this. All the hay bales. So much better than last year, and yeah, definitely an increase in size. Oh. Oh, they are so creepy. Fantastic audio as well. Another indoor scene here. What have we got in here? All these props here. Uh-oh. Where the crows go, nobody knows. Oh. Oh, look at this. The graveyard. Oh, oh wow. This looks great. Absolutely awesome. Oh, I'm getting followed. This guy's half turned. Oh, uh-oh. God, I can't escape him. Oh, so creepy. Love the crows. Oh, I think I'm being followed. Oh, it's all right. I think we've escaped. Wow. What a fantastic zone. I do like death stores, like I say, I love the idea of that. But there's just something so immersive about the Mawkin Meadow. Oh. The crows are pretty crazy. Oh wow, he's taller than me. Oh, look at this. Oh, they have gone to town on this year. Oh, so many scare actors this year as well. Last year there wasn't nowhere near as many. Absolutely incredible zone, that. Fantastic. One final scare. Yeah, love these. These were here last year, but they still look great. Great effects. And that's it. That's the end of the crows at Mawkin Meadow. Absolutely phenomenal. And there we are, a walkthrough of the crows at Mawkin Meadow for 2023. And I gotta say, it's always been my favorite scare zone, that, and this year, no exception at all. The budget really has increased here at Thorpe Park, and you could really tell in that scare zone. Yeah, completely different layout to last year, a lot bigger. You had those indoor scenes and way more scare actors, different characters there as well, including the guy that was kind of half turned as well. Oh, absolutely phenomenal, really atmospheric, really immersive. The audio in there is great, and those crows just as creepy as any year. Anyway, coming up is going to be the shows here at the park, including the fire show. Really looking forward to that. We've also got Creature Campus, which is over in Amity. That's a replacement kind of to the flash mob of last year. They're kind of more integrating the werewolves and the vampires, so that should be a good show. It is usually fantastic. It was great last year, so highlights coming up of those shows. And some highlights there then of the fire show over at the Lucifer's Lair area of the park. And what is there to say other than that was absolutely incredible. Forget legacy, that show was spectacular. Really, really strong showing. Absolutely amazing dancing. The costumes as well was great. The fire effects, the stage, absolutely brilliant. And that audio was really pumping loud. As a matter of fact, my ears are still ringing from that. All set against that great backdrop of, like I say, the flaming braziers, the kind of Lucifer's corner with the kind of throne at the top there, the scare actors going around still during the show as well. It really was a phenomenal showing, absolutely fantastic and well worth watching. I've made my way over to Amity now as we're going to watch the next and final show actually of the night. This is Creature Campus, which actually replaced the Graduation Sucks flash mob. Hey, still in the background. So yeah, let's check this out and see what this show's all about. Another strong showing, again, stepped up a level with the shows here at Thorpe Park. I gotta say, I probably wouldn't say it was any better than Graduation Sucks. I do like the way that they've incorporated those bleachers, gives the dancers something to work with. The song selection is still really strong. Love the use of the props there, like the witches' brooms and all that kind of stuff. And before the show started, there was some good high energy with some of those dancers scaring members of the crowd. It's not as good as the shows over at Lucifer's Lair. However, it was still fantastic, and with obviously stealth as the background, it really does look great. Still a show well worth watching here. Yeah, that's it. 15 minutes left of park time now. I'm going to get some last minute re-rides in, put in some more footage from around the park, and then we'll be wrapping up today's vlog. And Double Tea Party's looking a little bit deserted tonight, but I love the fact that they've got the spooky audio playing around here. That's great. Yeah, shame not to see anybody on it though. Maybe I'll hop on it myself. I gotta say, I absolutely love the setup for Bone Shaker cocktails here. It looks great in the back of this hearse. Got the coffin there.
Sorry, buddy, am I really shot?
That looks great. No, not at all, buddy. Yeah, just admiring the car.
Nice, good.
Yeah, it's great. It's fantastic. Yeah, love all that. That's great. How good does the Swarm look with the red lighting here at night? You know what? It's just a 10-minute wait time, and for the last ride of the day, a night ride on Swarm, yeah, you can't get any better than that. Let's head on. And with my final ride of the night on Swarm then, that is going to bring this vlog to a close. And look, again, Fright Nights this year at Thorpe Park, they've smashed it out of the park. I've always said that Fright Nights has been my favorite event here at Thorpe Park. Last year, it was probably the best year that they had done in the 21 years. This year has surpassed even that. It has been absolutely incredible. Thoroughly enjoyed my time here today. It's an absolutely fantastic event. The energy, the audio, and everything else, the scare mazes, the scare zones has been really top notch today. The only minor criticism that I would have is, like I said earlier, they just need to have a little bit more theming around the rest of the park instead of just focusing on the scare zones and kind of the scare maze areas. You know, to have all the audio and all the theming around the rest of the park would be great, even though I gotta say the mist effects from Crows at Mawkin Meadow is kind of working its way over to Colossus here, and it does actually look pretty creepy. But yeah, the scare zones today, Death's Doors, really good, enjoyable. Like I say, can take away a little bit from it if it's congested. However, usually you get a pretty good run on that. But the star of the show, Crows at Mawkin Meadow, absolutely fantastic what they've done with it this year. Much longer. You've got the indoor scenes, the additional characters, and lots of scare actors. Absolutely brilliant. In terms of the scare mazes, yeah, survival games, definitely the most intense of the three. Still good, still strong. Like I say, not sure if I did just get lucky. I have been speaking to a couple of people around the park, and they did say that they were sent in circles towards the end of that maze, so maybe they haven't changed that and I just got kind of lucky and managed to find my way out pretty quickly. That's a shame if they are still doing that. It kind of, at best it's mildly annoying, at worst it can be very frustrating. So yeah, not quite sure, but 4 out of 5 for that one. Then of course you had Trailers in its 3rd year, still a great scare maze. That really do love all the different scenes in there. I do feel like it probably will need freshening up come next year, if not definitely the year after. It has been pretty much the same for 3 years, but still a solid 4 out of 5 for that. But the star of the show in terms of everything here actually at Fright Nights was Stitches. Absolutely phenomenal scare maze. A solid 5 out of 5 for that, a 6 out of 5 if I could give it. It really was that good. The smell pods in there, the acting quality, the theming, the props, the audio, everything was absolutely spot on. There's some scenes and effects in there that are just absolutely wild. Really good. And then of course you had the shows, all of them absolutely fantastic. Honestly, I really can't praise Fright Nights this year enough. Like I say, it's always a fantastic event, one of my best here at Thorpe Park, but this year really has blown all the other years out of the water. Their 22nd event, and it really is phenomenal. Come down, experience it for yourself, let me know what you think in the comments, and yeah, have yourself an absolutely fantastic time. In terms of the next vlog coming up on Adventure Planet then, it's going to be next week, where we're back at Chessington's World of Adventures, where we've got their Halloween event and their new Enchanted Hollow. Yeah, Creepy Caves Elimination has gone, Enchanted Hollow is in, so we'll be taking a look and just seeing what that is all about. That's coming up next right here on the channel. But from Thorpe Park's Fright Nights, I want to thank you so much for watching, and as always, happy riding everybody. I'll see you at Chessington.